going, chat? Discord live, we're good. Is we good? Super good. Screen share, everything good. Let me just start my Zoom up. Then we'll be set, chat. Wait, price don't look too bad today, huh? Good morning, Benzo. All right, cool. Chat. Yeah, price doesn't look too bad today. Doesn't look bad at all. Looks like coming off of where are my tools? Coming off of, I think, the volatility from what day was it? Monday, Tuesday, right? And then Wednesday wasn't too bad. I mean, Wednesday yesterday was more so just get like a push up and then tapped into like 66 at around 12. And then, yeah, that was it. Just rejected. And then pretty decent rejection. I think this is like the pullback that we were discussing yesterday that we wanted to be done, right? This is the idea. So that's why, like, I think yesterday, that means kind of loud. That's why yesterday I was like, looking for wick entry sells, right? Due to the fact that we haven't gotten that liquidity yet. So that was yesterday's conditions. Now today is a bit different because you actually have now, my camera's tweaking. You actually have now the push down, right? So do we still have wick entry sell ideas today, or could we even get continuation? Right, continuation won't be too bad, obviously, but let's start off with the daily real quick, right? Just understanding that, but same concept still. So I'm gonna mark up this as like your zone. It's still down here at 38.71. That has not been tapped yet. So that has not been tapped yet. You also have this up here at like 43. 41 zones. And basically, but yeah, these are the zones, right? So basically this is like your range that you're kind of like sitting in, right? So like this is where, if you were to range, this is where you'll likely spend that range at, because that's kind of what happened in the past over here, right? So same thing is happening here right now. Slowing down. Clearly it's been like maybe like, I'll say like 45 days, right? Like 46 days in this range here so far. In the past, this range for maybe like 64 days, right? So just important to understand, just because like you want to be aware of where you are in the charts, because based on where you are, you know, there's certain plays that you can take, certain plays that you can't take, and it just helps you define those conditions better. But yeah, after a drive down, started a range, I think something that's still missing that we've been discussing for 3 weeks now almost is like the fact that this rejected in the middle of nowhere. 3 times rejected in the middle of nowhere. I wouldn't say this is like the bottom of the range. The bottom range is more so down here at 38.71. So that hasn't been tapped yet. And then you got a rejection which broke all of the structure highs. You can see right here, like in terms of July, like July was basically here. This is July, right? You spent a lot of time just coming down slowly, and then you can see like this took how long to go down? Like maybe 10 days to go down, and then how many days to go back up? Like 1, 2, 3, 4 days to kind of correct the move up, right? So the move up was sharper than the move down, but still overall, like if you look at the move up now, right? So it makes sense so far. Like, hold on, let me just break it down slower. So look, this took 10 days to go down, right? This took 10 days to go down, 11 days to go down, 10 days to go down, around there. And then the move up, the correction up, the lower high took about 3 to 4 days, right? So basically it was a very slow move down, and then the move up was a lot sharper, right? But the move up, just because you move up sharper doesn't mean like, oh, you're bullish now, things are good, right? It doesn't just mean you're bullish just with that confluence alone, right? You still need other things to align. So then if you shift down now, you look at this move up, which was this. You look at the move up on the small time frame, you're gonna notice that the move up didn't have any liquidity, right? So how would you be able to align that with the idea that, okay, this is now bullish? Well, you're gonna need some liquidity, right? So go down to the 4, you can see this move up here, no pullbacks. Like even on the 1, you can look at this as pullback, sure, like very minor, very weak. We mentioned that yesterday, very weak, nothing too major. This now, you see the difference in this and this, and this right here, and versus all of these areas to the left here, right? This is much sharper. So this actually like gives you, or this could be the higher low, because this came down to break the previous lows, and that's what we wanted to see yesterday. We wanted to see when it was here, we wanted to see if it can come down towards here, right? But since you made a new high, breaking below here now, it's fine, right? And look at this, look at the correction, right? So does this mean we're bearish? No, because going back to that daily, right? Going back to the 4, the idea is that, okay, this is the first move up, right? And this move up was sharp to correct all of these lower highs here. Not all of them, but you know, majority, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like about 5 or 6 of them, right? So that move was sharp. But then if you look at the move going up, it was lacking liquidity. So you don't even have a confirmation that this is bullish yet, due to the fact that there was no higher lows, right? But now that you have a higher low, if you were to come up, wouldn't this be stronger, right? Wouldn't this bullish move be much stronger? It likely will be, because then now you actually have a higher low, right, on price. But compared to yesterday, when you didn't have that, at any given point, that could have happened. So that's why yesterday, wick entry sells were to play. Today, if this is overall still bearish on the 4, right? Because this was a strong move up, and we don't know yet, because this can still be this, but at the same time, it can also still continue down, right? Well, how we'll know? Small time for liquidity, right? We're waiting for a small time to create structure. So basically, this move down now, we need the same thing as the bullish move. We need to create structure, right? So if you start coming down like this, which again, no structure so far, I'll say pretty like decent push down in terms of volume, so it's there, but the structure, you can still at any given point come up. So if you start lower highs coming down, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, eventually what could you do? Look for sells, because then this entire bullish move will be corrected, and then going back to the 4-hour time frame, you're all of a sudden now correcting that entire move down, right? So then this whole bullish move, then if you do end up, let's say, coming down towards here and correcting the ranges, this whole move was liquidity, right? And if that's liquidity, then that's directional. And then going back to that daily time frame zone at 38.71, 255 is still there. That's still missing that bottom wick area, that range fill, right? This is like the middle of nowhere. This wasn't really the bottom of the range that it shows here on the daily. The daily bottom of the range is more so down at 38.71, not 39.60, right? So you still got that range down here. So if this creates structure today, what day is it today? Thursday? Maybe even today, the move could happen all entirely today. Regarding time, I would have no idea. But in terms of like what to look for, you know, that's kind of where we can play our part, right? But if today's Thursday, and that today ends up being the day where you continue down and create structure, tomorrow could just be a straight drive, and then weekly could flip at the same given time. Last week of the month, maybe next week could close bearish. If it closes bearish next month, right, it's gonna fill that daily range, and it'll be a leg candle on the monthly closure. Monthly closes leg candle. What would you expect next to happen? The start of a range. Remember how in order to range, you need to actually fill the range down. Leg candle, If you get a correction of that leg candle for next month, all of a sudden now you're in this massive range now between 34 or 43.41 and 38.71, right? This is the range that you are likely to spend time in, but before ranging, you need to fill the ranges. So all of that could lead up to something, right? We don't gotta think too far ahead, but we can just focus on right now on the structure, right? Just the structure right here, because this is a very key part of price. So that's why like the last 2 weeks kind of slow, or this entire month been kind of slow. But then finally, like when you actually got action, which was here, this is like the start of something, right? It's not the start of direction. You don't want to be like, you know, spending like 3 weeks sitting in the range, and then all of a sudden the first breakout, you want to assume that that's going to be like the actual directional move, because that first breakout, which is this, could lead to anything. It's going to lead to more volume. It's going to lead to more structure, which you clearly have now. And then it's going to give you much better probable ideas. But to assume that that's like the actual direction of the month, just because you range for like the entire month, is very difficult to do, right? Because it's not based off of time. It shouldn't be like, oh, price has been ranging for 3 months, you know, first breakout should be like the actual move. Like, no, it could still be anything, right? So that's that volume that you want to see. Check. Structure in terms of higher time frame, it's getting there, right? All we need now is small time frame. Then we check, and then boom. As we start to continue down now, we start looking for sells, right? So now we got a market by, like now we have a sense of like where we kind of are in terms of structure. We go back to marking up our zones, and then looking for areas that we can actually take those ideas off of now, right? So we got the daily zones here, same zones the last, you know, 2.5 weeks, whatever. We'll keep that. We'll have this right here too, just to split it up. We're still looking for buys above 4,200. That's still the zone that I want buys above. Clearly, we haven't broken above yet. So if you're not broken above that area, any given point, anything could be corrected back down into the range, right? You can see anything below could still come back down. You're still in this mini range, within this range, within like a massive range. But yeah, that's that. We'll leave that there, 42.34. And then as for small time frame structure, right, you can see like at what point are you gonna like break the previous lows? I mean, you already did it here, great. So any given point from here to wherever could be a pullback, right? So where could you assume pullbacks could be? Like, where's the next support, right? Where could you react off of next? Looking left, you're looking at probably these zones right around here, right? On the 4, like 440, 46, I'll say. Like going across, I think here is pretty fair, like 40.33, 40.46, like basically this area right here. This is where you're looking for next for a reaction. So anywhere from here down to here could be reactions, especially when it comes to these areas here, right? So if you're expecting a reaction there, you can likely get a pullback there. And if you get a pullback there, that's the first lower high, right? So you had this move down here, again, no barely structure. I wouldn't count any of these as lower highs, but if you, let's say, approach these areas, any given point could be a lower high. And if you do get a lower high, you're probably thinking, oh yeah, this move is still bullish. This can still be a higher low, right? Which is good. But then again, if you start to create structure now, what does that mean? What's this going to be now? This is going to be more structure, lower highs. Even if it breaks the previous highs, that's still following the overall 4-hour time frame structure, which is like, if you look left further, right, you're still bearish. Right, looking at this move, you're still 1, 2, like this is what's still happening, right? So this can literally be the lower high, and this can continue down to make a lower low. All right, so that's kind of where you're at. So I'll leave that there. You can expect some type of reactions or some type of like pullback to occur anywhere between, I'll say, here and here. It's pretty fair, like 40.50 to 40.33. And then once you get that pullback, as you start to break below, which is 40.33, you can start looking for sells. Below here, we'll start looking for sells to come back into the range, right? But we need this to drop not too far here. I think this is only, how far is this? Like 300 pips? This is not, that's light, right? So 300 pip drop. Wait for the pullbacks to occur like within these areas. And then as you start to break below 40.33, that's my continuation sells back into the range. And then we'll look for, what is it? Like from here to 4,000, from here to like 39.90, like we'll have all that range, right? Even if we can't get 33, like anywhere, the idea is anywhere below here, not even the daily zones too, or if you include that daily target that we've been looking at, same shit, like all the way down to there, you have range. It's just a matter of these small time frame pullbacks here to occur, and then you'll be set. Wick entry sells, again, that was more of yesterday's idea. Now that you actually have the reactions, wick entry sells might be a little more difficult. I think wick entry sells directionally won't be too bad. There's a difference between the two. So liquidity is more so of like what we were trying to attempt yesterday, the day before, when you come up and you look for wick entries as this move, you're expecting it to be to create a higher low, right? You're expecting to create a higher low, which now you have. So you can't take a liquidity wick entry sell no more unless you make new highs. The other wick entry sell ideas could be continuation. So basically, as you come down and you start to get directional, let's say bearish, any lower highs, you can start taking wick entry sells. So it's more of like a lower high to continue with like the actual trend compared to like taking it off of a bullish move, expecting a higher low to occur on a higher time frame. Right, so it's a little different, but again, anything below here gives you plenty of opportunities there. But I don't think I have anything above. Maybe like if you come up towards like 4,200 still, that can still be wick entry sells, but that's again pretty far. I think that's maybe like 1,500 pips, right? But that's not bad still. Like 42.35 wick entry sells, and then buys right above there. And now you have some structure too, so buys even better. All right, so that's pretty much it, chat. Pretty straightforward. Just below 40.33, I think the only thing you gotta pay attention to, just be careful for maybe like the support zone that is approaching, right? I think once, if we can chill out through that range, wait for that to break, push through, anything below here should be like pretty straightforward. Bread and butter. All right, so that's how I got to that conclusion today. Daily zones, no bottom wick, confirm with like the weekly flip at the same given time. Structure in the 4, which is broken down Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Utilize those days to confirm what was going to happen today. All of that. And that was all explained on each individual stream. And then today, you just pick up the pieces from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and put it together, blending it together to get one idea, which is below 40.33. All right. So let me just mark it up on MT5, and then we should be pretty set. We should be pretty set here. 43.41, 42.34. 43.41, 42.34. $42.34, and then you got $40.33. Yeah, so you're like right there. You break this low too. Like this should be like clean traffic, right? So you, the faster this push happens, the earlier we can get entries too. But 33, right? 33.6. And then 38.71. Oh. Spreads are looking good too. Yeah, the faster this happens, the faster you can fill for 350 pips down, the better. Right? You have a leg candle right here too, but I think I'm just gonna wait for this entire thing to kind of play out. But yeah, that is a leg candle right there, a small one on the 30-minute time frame, coming down as well. Let's see, anything else I can do? 33. Yeah, that's it. I think it's the pullback. Wait for the move down and the pullback. So a little more waiting, you know? Move down, pullback, wherever that pullback is. It might not even pull back off of 33 or off of these areas, right? This is just like what I'm assuming based off of like support resistance. Like this is what you would be approaching. So anywhere in this box, there could literally be the pullback. If you pull back from here, that's fine. That's even better because we have more range. If you pull back from here and then you come back down to re-break, create more structure, we can look for sells within that blue box, but that's going to require a move up from where you are. You can even push through, right? You can push through and then pull back below. It doesn't have to pull back within these zones. There's nothing's required here, right? But you just adapt to wherever it does. The idea is just a pullback, a push down, and then a pullback. And then to confirm that, you know, this move down isn't going to be a higher low still, because without breaking these lows here, any given point could be a higher low to continue back up. And this is like your range from here to here, right? So any given point that could reject. So that's why like that pullback is key, because if you do pull back, it's like, okay, why aren't you going up then? You re-break the lows, that's your continuation. And I wouldn't take like the wick entry sells off of this move, because this move isn't that bullish yet. It's only like, it's like here to here, right? I wouldn't say it's bullish. I would say wick entry buys would be more so like when we're really trending bullish. But even that move from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that wasn't really that bullish, right? There was lacking in structure. Orange forward just dropped. Yeah, I think he had orange forwards to them. Yeah, I'm pulling claims. I'm pulling claims, and that's it. I think that's the most volatile flow of the week that we have today. Came out positive. So actual less than forecast is good for currency. Came out 187 over 211. So yeah, this could be, yeah, numbers came out good. So can't go continue down. What's up, Wogman? You got a BE trade last night? Oh yeah, you did. You got a BE trade. 4 hour live. What's up, Reggie? W, Bryce. Chat's not bad though. Bryce looking pretty good. Yesterday looked pretty good too. I couldn't even complain about yesterday. We came really close. I think we came like 9 pips yesterday away from the ideas. Today, I think today there's more opportunities. Yesterday, like the only close idea we had was the wick entries, right? Today, since this is now the higher low, like this can literally just be the directional move. Like this could be the start of a directional move if, let's say, it does continue down. Let's say. Good CS. Let's see, could this drop? Re-breaking the lows right here. This is like all clean traffic. Very nice clean traffic. Nick Bryant, what's up, bro? Yeah, so weekly flip is down here, right? Like a little below like 33 zones. So if we get the ideas for sells, like there's a chance we can be in before the leg candle or what am I saying? The flip. Because the flip is at 4,004. So we're looking for sells below 33, which means that, yeah, it'll be towards the daily flip or the weekly flip. And the rebreakout lows is like at 39.81. So that'll be the correction of the whole move. So I think just very key, like so far, I think even yesterday, like understand that that move had no pullbacks, right? It doesn't always like, oh, like just because you have no pullbacks, you take sells or whatever, right? Like you need things to align still, like whatever confluences you got going on, like leg candles or closures belows, ranges, range 1, range 2, etc., etc. But the idea, like just the overall system of like how it's moving, like the overall market cycle of it, right? Like how is it driving? Like is there already bottom wicks? There's just things to like kind of be alert for on a higher time frame, because this is, I'll say, still considered a higher time frame move. Like this is 1 hour drive up that lasted maybe, I don't know, like this is 72 candles, 72 hours of a drive up, right? And then now you have the first pullback for it. But just so you're aware of like what's going on, because then it's different. Like if you were to ask me, can you take a wick entry sell today, right? It's different from yesterday because you have this move down now. Like in terms of structure, you actually have the higher low now. So if you take a wick entry sell, like you're not, like if it comes up, that's what wick entry sells are. But like if you come up in these situations, how could you take a wick entry sell? Because now that you have the move down, right, anything coming back up could just be higher lows to continue up. So how could you take wick entry sells now? Compared to before in the past, you know how in the past we'll be like just trading like, you know, any 5-minute candle, any 15 candle could literally just like be an entry, right? For whatever entry, like there's no system. There's no system running it. So it's just kind of like whatever's in the moment we could take. $96,000 trades online today. I guess orange shoulders came up. Damn. Play music. So we did get positions in these areas in the past there, like in these areas. I think maybe like this would be more valid for me in that blue zone. basically like where we took sells in the past. Then that's like a break of like back into the range, right? Like this is starting to look like, if you look at it from this perspective, more of like a fake out. But if you zoom out, you're still like in this range. I think this would have been valuable below the blue zone for me. Maybe if you came up towards like 4200, because then that would have created more structure. Like if you came up towards here and then actually started coming down from there instead, that would have been a lot better for my positions below here. But it was only here, right? And this could still be, after this bullish move, this can still be higher lows, and you haven't had that pullback yet. Maybe even if you had a pullback, wouldn't have been too bad too. Like if you already started like creating structure coming down, maybe below here wouldn't have been too bad. But still, this move down, it's been one clean move down. So I'll wait for that to fill. 280 pips, not bad. Could be like literally quick. Doesn't require that much. What's up, Eddie? Morning. Smash 4027? That would be nice. Anything would be nice. Forward 27 would be sweet. I don't use IC markets there. No, but I've heard of them. Similar to like Vantage and Bluebird kind of too. I think IC at one point like left Canada. Same with Vantage. Why? Vantage was like my favorite broker ever. Well, back when I used it. I don't know how it is now, but I saw that they were with they partnered with Ferrari F1. But back then that was my favorite broker. No issues. I'll be switching to Bluebirds soon too. Chat, how many people here were Blueberry? Put a one if you were a Blueberry. This broker. Is Blue have first time deposit bonus? Yeah, I think it's under my code. I think you get like I think it's, I can't remember exactly, 50 or 30. I think under my, I don't even think I have that anymore under my live description. Let's see. Yeah, it's a 40% deposit bonus with my code. Nice. Rebreaking the lows once again. Can it drive like 280? The quicker the better, you know? Because then you still gotta wait for the pullback, and we don't know how long that's gonna take, but you need to move down in order to get a pullback. Hey guys, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, bro. Around the 40. I got anywhere from, yeah, it's literally from, not exactly the blue zone. It's literally anywhere from, I'll say like here, like anywhere here could be a pullback. So yeah, I want this move to happen still, even if it's not all the way down towards 33. Any move down, but then a pullback. And once you get the pullback, the lower highs, you can then use that as a confirmation to confirm whether this is going to be a drop down or this is going to be a higher low here to come up. Because this can still be the first higher low, right? Which is why yesterday we had wick entry sales. But yeah, just watch the morning analysis. I think if you can replay that, I gave my analysis out earlier. But yeah, anywhere from literally 5.2 down towards like 4,004 could be reaction areas. But you'll see it as an obvious pullback, you know? It won't just be like this and then this. Like wherever that is, it can be anywhere in the blue zone, but you'll see like an obvious pullback. Or at least steeper than like this right here was as a pullback, or even this. Like you'll see it much steeper in that. Or it's like looking at this in the 1 hour, you know, even like when it was coming up here, like those weren't that steep of pullbacks, right? Like they were pullbacks still, but this right now is like clearly much steeper. That's an actual pullback. And in continuation, we'll find out. We don't gotta think about whether it will reject or not. Because again, like it's a battle between two ideas. Like it's either this is higher lows to continue up, or on a higher time frame, like you already have these as lower highs, right? So you're still coming down bearish, and any of these could be lower highs because you're still holding the previous highs right here, right? So then that could literally just continue down as well. So whether if it is going to continue down or not, we'll only find out once you get the pullback. So that's why I like to one thing at a time. You don't want to like think too far ahead. Like wait for it to pull back, and then you'll see like, okay, what's going to happen now? Can you predict that's going to come down from here? You could, off of a guess, right? It could be a lower high, but this move coming down here isn't like really bearish. It's bearish, but it's not like compared to like overall, like this could be a higher low to go up still. So like as it comes back down and re-break the lows here, that's when you want to start. Okay, cool. Now you can look for sells, right? But you want that to re-break the lows afterwards and create some structure first to like identify that. But you don't want to like think too far ahead or predict too far ahead. Oh, done. Isn't that a leg candle? At 4001, the 4 hour time frame. 4001 leg candle. 4001 down here. Yeah. So like and below 33, we're looking for sells, and I think that also is the rebreak of the daily lows too, or the weekly lows. That 4001, like near that area. the flip is 4001. Yeah. So if this is a leg candle body reaction right here, because that's the leg candle body reaction, right? So this is your leg candle, and then right there is a leg candle body reaction. That's also the day flip, so you could expect the reaction off of 4005 areas. Right? Or the weekly flip. That's a weekly flip right here. At the same time, body reaction. So once you get that, like, if you get let's say positions coming down, whatever, you come down towards that area, 4001, you can get a pullback. Right? On the fourth leg candle. And then once you re-break, pull back and hold that leg candle body. To re-break that low, that initial low will be the sells, right? As well. Yeah, you can use that for later. I'm hoping to get in before that, to be honest. If we can get in below like 33, anywhere from 33 down towards like 4006, that's like 240 bit range. Just need the pullback before. If this decides not to react, chat, off of like here or here, right, and it just pushes straight through, like I'll say all the way down towards the bottom of the range, we can even look for wick entry sells. I think that'll be the first initial reaction, though, very key. Because if you come all the way down towards here and you get a first initial pullback, right, you can look left at like these areas for wick entry sell ideas, and then that could be your wick entry sell area, right? 4033 if you pull back from like 4006 or something, that's it. But that's gonna require like a straight push down with no pullbacks, like all the way down for 500 pips. And then that first pullback up could be, I'm only saying 33 because that's like the previous lower high area that you have been created here, here, going across. So it could be the same around this time too. But basically, these areas, right? Lots of reactions there. So if you push through, all the way through, and you pull back, that could even be an idea too. Just an idea. Just drawing out scenarios. That's basically what you do. You just draw out scenarios, and then you wait for price to line up with the scenarios. But you want to draw them first, right? You don't want to like kind of see price go in and just react off of that idea, like, oh damn, like it's pushing down, let me take a sell. Then that's just FOMO. There's no planning. Could the consolidate within the small range between 4160 and 4030 for several rounds before breaking the downside? Instead, you mentioned filling the price first and starting range. Could the price consolidate within the small range between 4160 and 4030? 4160 and 4030. He's asking, could price consolidate between a small range for several rounds before breaking to the downside? Yeah, it could. It could do anything it wants to do. For sure. Are you asking me if price will do that? I don't know. I wait for the play to happen first, right? But I think it's a possibility, yes. Because this is a level, right? So yeah, anywhere between here and here could just end up consolidating. I'll probably move this a little higher, to be honest, because if you were to come up, it likely will break. Then that's the previous highs, the previous highs as well, right? So then this is just your range here between there and there. But yeah, it could do whatever it wants in this area. Hope not though. Nice. So it's just like still continue to break, right? So hopefully you can get a glitch here. You get a glitch right through. The leg glitch, a glitch, D glitch, 280 pips. Like just like that, I'll be quick. So breaking into this territory now. Let's see, can it fill? We have a 4-hour close on the opening too. Or a 4-hour close right here, 9 a.m. So that's it. No bottom wick on the 4. So if that's an issue, you know, we're waiting for a pullback regardless, right? So we still need that push down and a pullback. And if that pullback, that could be a 4-hour flip. That will cover that idea. There's no need to re-break the lows then if it doesn't continue down, because this can still be a higher low. But if it does re-break the lows, then it's like, why did you close no bottom wick? Because that's an issue. Why did you flip bullish again? And then why did you re-break the lows then? Right? Because then that's then just structure, and then that could be your confirmation as well to avoid that 4 no bottom wick issue. But before the candle even closed, right? You can't just already count for that because you're waiting for the pullback. You're waiting for that structure to form anyways. Because 4 bottom wick means that you have no range, right? If you have no range on the 4, there's a higher chance that you could reject, right? But if you wait for that structure to form anyways, it just covers up for that idea and it won't be an issue. Yeah, I feel we're catching trades. Let's see. Camera gotta be flickering a little more. Camera has to be a little more glitchy. Not bad. Not bad. For real, where is he at? He was here yesterday. I was like, is he gonna be here tomorrow? He was locked in yesterday. What's up, Cookie? Cookie Banda. Yeah, where is Raul, bruh? W Raul. Raul. Where is he at? $100 likes and he'll appear. Oh wait, how far are we now? Hey, 160 more pips, chat. Or actually, it can technically pull back wherever now. It's in that blue zone, right? So yeah, pull back. Pull back would be very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Chat, how close are your charts? Do you guys have your charts looking like this? Or are your charts like usually close like this? Yeah, I see the candle print. I think when I used to not pay attention to candles, my charts will always be looking like this. It's like, how am I able to read stuff? I was looking at just overall structure, I guess, right? And then I think once I started to pay attention to candles, it went from looking like that to maybe like this zoomed in probably. Now this is kind of how I have it. Like this. Middle of both. Yeah. Like I'll start off, I think, more zoomed out, and I just make my way more zoomed in. Snopic. Yeah, if you guys missed the more analysis, I highly suggest you go watch it, bro. It was only like 15 minutes long, maybe shorter. I think maybe it was 10 minutes actually today. It wasn't that bad. But 10-minute long analysis where I broke down exactly how I got to these points and everything. If you guys are wondering what we're looking for, if you want the full picture, because if you get into a trade and go in drawdown, you know, if you're here for more analysis, you might not share your pants. But if we go into drawdown and you didn't watch the more analysis, you might be sharing your pants today, right? In the drawdown, in case there is drawdown, you know, I don't know if there is or there won't be, but in case you get a trade today, you won't be sharing your pants because you're aware of like what we're looking for, what got to these ideas. So if you want to save yourself a pair of pants, go watch more analysis. zoom to the 1 second. Classic playlist. So yeah, let's see. 33. Anywhere in the blue zone could be a thing, but 33 is what you wanted to see, or what is a level. It's a level there, but it could, the pullbacks could literally be anywhere inside of this blue zone, right? And based on where it pulls back to, you expect different top wicks. Like if it pulls back from here, I would like to see maybe up here get tapped. If it comes all the way through, it breaks through this entire area all the way down towards 44,005. First initial pullback could be wick entry sells. And it'll be funny because then every trade we took this month has been a wick entry sell idea. If that is what's going to be today, right? But this is more of like directional wick entry sells. But still, it'll be a wick entry sell. If we do pop all the way through and then you pull back instead of pulling back prior to the bottom of the range. And then, yeah, just need to pull back really. You ready to take a shit? No worries. All right, lit then. Be good then. Hopefully no draw on them. You never took a shit in the morning in your life? Damn, bro. You gotta drink coffee. That's why I be saying like BRB 1 minute chat. That's where I be going. Small bets? Nah, I just do one motion and out. Cleared it. 260 milligrams of caffeine. How much does Red Bull have? Red Bull, look at regular Red Bull. Isn't 260 a lot? Red Bull has 180. Monster has way more. Oh, you know that one Starbucks drink? That one espresso slash caffeine, like, or what do you call it? Espresso slash energy drink from Starbucks. The mocha, that shit, that drink is cracked out, man. I wonder how much caffeine that one has, cause y'all know what I'm talking about. Espresso slash double shot. You guys ever had these? I used to drink these before work. Gaming pre-workout. I remember I used to drink, this is like back then. I don't know if anyone even remembers this, but remember that one, it was called pre-market fuel. It was like a it was called pre-market fuel. So basically before you trade, you drink this It's like a pre-workout basically. Bro, that thing was so cracked out in the morning. Fuck, I don't know if anyone here remembers that. That was like 2021. I used to just like dry scoop it in the morning on stream, like cracked out my mind. Now, pre-market fuel. It's like a trading drink. Trading drink. What's that sound? Why did I hear no? Crypto event. Did I miss anything? I'm back. No, you chilling. We're close though. Like, so we just need a pullback really at this point. But the move down is happening. Trader's Cafe. You can't be a trader be trading at a cafe, to be honest though. You're LARPing. LARPing. They have those in Asia though. Like I swear, every time I see like some type of trading cafe, it's always in like Asia or something. Those cafes, they have a lot of cafes in Asia. In Vietnam too. Literally every morning. Just go sit at the cafe. But they have like ones made for just pure traders. It's like some gold trading cafe. I'm like, what is this? Yeah, xauusd. You know what I'm talking about? That I saw it from a video. Vietnam at least once a year? No, I haven't been to Vietnam since I was 11. Hold on, I'll be back in like 1 second, chat. Quick, see? One attempt. The thing I'm struggling with is when to determine price is overextended as far as looking for wick entries. Like in this case, wick entry sells, you mean? Like on this move down. Correct. Honestly, wait, this move down, like wick entry as like what though? Like continuation wick entry sells? Like you mean like as you're coming down, you're looking for wick entry sells on the pullbacks, or are you talking about like more of like the liquidity wick entry sells up here? Liquidity. I mean, the liquidity one is done. Like the liquidity one was so like if it's the liquidity one, you're talking about maybe like more of like yesterday, right? Because like for liquidity, either way, you want the first initial pullback, right? Which is this now. But now that it happened, or you talking about yesterday? Like you talking about if this bullish move is overextended? Because that's what I'm confused about. This bullish move, like I don't know, I don't look at it in terms of overextension or not, because, and also like I wouldn't even say even if it is overextended or overbought or whatever or oversold, like this move is like very minuscule. I wouldn't say it made a dent on price because it's still within the range, right? So I think maybe in terms of like, I think look at it for in terms of structure, whether you have the pullback or not yet, because like one of the things that we were looking at was looking at the bullish move here. There weren't any pullbacks. There were like small ones here and here, but there weren't that like severe, right? So you would expect a move coming down like today to be the actual pullback, and that's why we were looking for wick entry sells yesterday. So yesterday all we did was mark up like zones, right? But if this already happened today, you can't take the same one anymore, because now that you have a higher low, this now could be a correction of this entire bullish move, because this bullish move was lacking that liquidity. So whenever you lack liquidity, the thing can get mirrored a lot quicker, a lot sharper, or it can just get mirrored in general, which like halfway you're mirrored already. Like all you gotta do is break below 33 and then you're back into this area, right? So the whole thing gets mirrored. But I think in terms of just structure, right? Like if think about it, if you're coming up like this and you're looking and there's no pullbacks, and let's say you approach some type of major zone, you would assume that like if there's no pullbacks on this move up, right? The way it comes up matters more than the actual level itself. But in this case here, no pullbacks and there's also a level here, you're looking for a wick entry sell as liquidity, right? To create a higher low to continue up, or to create some structure to continue down, right? So if you already have the pullback, like today, you kind of, you're coming down like this and you're creating like tiny bits of structure, but not really. Like the move is done. You can't really grab the liquidity move because it happened already. Because now the idea is that you wanted the first initial pullback, right? And that could be a higher low to go up or whatever. But if that already happened, then the only thing you look for now is continuation of wick entry sells, which would be very difficult here because this is the very first move down, and this could just be a higher low still. So that's why like waiting for a pullback is very key when it comes to wick entry sells today, because you want to confirm that this move down is actually going to be a trending move. Otherwise, any given point, it can just be a higher low to go up. So I don't see in terms of extension or overextended or not. It's more of like just structure, like where are we at, right? But yeah. It's pretty much it. If it helps, you can also just turn to line charts, because then it's going to show you like the actual movement of it without the candles. Installments. All right, chat. Yeah, pullback here. Let's see. So nothing too crazy yet. 4 could flip bullish still, but yeah, the steeper the better. I think no wick entry sells from here for me now, because I think this can still be structured. I think if this came all the way through until like 44,005, sure, then I would look for wick entry sells at 40.33. But with where we are right now, I'll wait for this to pull back first, and then more so continuation still is what I'm looking for. So the pullback could be anywhere, right? Looking left, like you can mark up areas where it potentially could be, like for instance here, or even here. I think those are your 2 next zones, either 481 or 41.13. Right? But I wouldn't look for like wick entry sells here or here, because again, this is still structure, right, chat? But if you come up and then you start shifting back below, that's, you can take continuation. You don't need to take the wick entry sells, just take continuations down, and that's what we're looking for. But if this doesn't pull back, if this is the only pullback, and then you come and you shift all the way through until 4,005, then yeah, that would be more so wick entries for me, because then this is actually breaking through all that structure. So you can say like range 1, range 2 type energy, similar concept. But you like for continuation wick entry sells, chat, you want directional. For liquidity, you don't need directional, because you're looking for it usually after like a bullish push in this situation. Yeah, NYC in 3 minutes too. 3 minutes. $80 and 108. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Nice pullback though. I think, is this the steepest pullback you've had since the move up? I don't think so. I think there still was this pullback that was pretty decent. This is the gap yesterday, right? Whatever that was. It was the whipsaw on the opening. Yeah, this pullback, I think maybe this could be much bigger than, how much is this so far? This is the 130, right? Nothing severe though. 140. It's like in that same realm. Like 210 was the biggest one so far on this move down. So not that it really matters, but more of like, you just want to see something like more obvious as a pullback. $170 now. NYC open too still, so okay. Lots of volume this morning, chat. Pretty good session so far, I'll say. Looking pretty sweet. There might be a leg count too if it flips bullish, which is nice. So let's see, maybe if Thurman closes bullish, the leg candle, and you get a top wick on the next candle, let's say towards 77 or 81, you get the leg candle fill. Because if it closes like this, right, the momentum, or not the momentum, but the movement of it is coming up to end the candle off. So if you open up and you continue that momentum, top wick, okay, it's not a leg candle, but that would have been nice. Still though, the same shit, if you can still get a top wick, I mean, it's not a leg candle no more, so maybe not actually. Maybe not this range. Yeah, still below 33, I guess. I was hoping 30-minute leg candle right there, and then you can look for the wick fill after the top wick. See the 4 hour flip though, right? Broken down 9 a.m. 4 hour candle. If it's an issue, no problem. You're waiting for a pullback regardless. If it's a no bottom wick issue or not, in terms of like looking for the movement of the moves we're looking for, it will cover for that idea anyways, right? Because look, you opened up bottom wick first, you flip now. It's like, okay, you flip, create a top wick, wherever. There's no reason to re-break the lows. If you do re-break the lows, then all you need now is small time from the lower highs below 33 and a continuation. That 4 no bottom wick is not really an issue no more, right? If it was an issue, there's ways to get around it. Not bad. Do you think this could be a higher low form? It is a possibility for sure. On the 4 hour time frame, it is a possibility. This is a bullish move up. This is the first time you're pulling back down. This could be liquidity to come back up, right? This is a possibility. Yes, it always is. You want to account for that, which we did today, right? Waiting for structure. That's how I would account for it. No, I think it's more of like just resetting. This is a 1K account, so not a lot of people will be interested, regardless if like whatever result, whatever win streak, whatever it is. It's just a reset. For me, at least for me, it's a reset. So starting fresh for me. Which is 1K. I mean, look at the balance. Coming here acting dumb. Bruh. You act like you're not tuned in. You act like you come in here and you're not tuned in. Bruh. You came in here knowing what happened. Acting like it's brand new all of a sudden. And pass is pass. Forget about it. Yeah, but just like a loss, right? You take a loss. What do you do after? You don't revenge it. You take a day at a time. And that's exactly what I'm doing. 1 year at a time. 1 year at a time. 1 year at a time. Just like I've been saying it from day one. Just like I've been saying it from day one. But that's how you reset. Rework, revamp, boom, boom, boom. You build slowly, restart. It's like, you just can't be afraid to restart, refresh. And then eventually, you'll find a way. But it's like, I've been saying it. That's how I know, because I've been saying it. It's like, it's the same. It's just the same like process in anything regarding trading or anything in life. It's like you just refresh, restart, right? Or like you don't restart, but like, you know, you're still where you're at, but you like refresh your mind. You can't chase it though. You can't revenge trade it, right? You can't just expect to like, oh, let me just recoup ASAP. Like sometimes like you're gonna have to sit there and be like, I mean, on average, like you gotta calculate like how long things would take or how long other things could take to come in. Like, you know, it's like, I've been saying it though before like in 2020, 2021, been saying it. in 2023 even said like, yo, some shit could happen one day, but you gotta be able to reset the next day. And I guess that's like, sometimes not everyone has the patience to do that. Not everyone has like years to spare like that. But you got one life, and you gotta continue to build. Yeah, you have one life to do anything that you could do. So yeah, just refresh, reset. What up, Raul? I don't know. Not everyone got the time though. Not everyone got like 8 years to spare or like 10 years to spare and shit. But you can make the time. Some people can't even wait fucking an hour for a trade setup, chat. Yeah, we over here waiting weeks for a setup sometimes for a 10 pip trade, you know? That's part of trading though. It's the same rules, same strategy applied. You said look crackable. Well, it's hard to wait because the unknown, like you don't know, right? But what you do know is your experience. So if you have experience, you'll be confident of that. And there's nothing else that can really stop you from doing anything else. No matter how things go, you're always gonna have that experience. It's like, think about all the drawdown trades, right? Like how long it took to come back and how we came back. It's like, it's the same example there in anything. Any setbacks, like you just take your time and build it back slowly. That's all that it is. Like when we took that loss in January, the last loss, we look, you know, we didn't make it back the next day. It took like how long? Like maybe a couple months, right? But then slowly we made it back and then get to all-time highs again, just like life. In life, it's not just gonna be like one constant movement. You need structure. If it is one constant movement, when you do get liquidity, you might freak out for the first time, right? So then you need to slowly build those structure levels back, and then eventually, slowly, and boom. The issue is that people don't want that. People want this. They want to come back up to retest the highs immediately. The moment something happens, they want boom right away. That's not always how it goes. It'll be nice though, but that's not how it goes. You gotta take your time to build each individual thing again. $15 close invisible ones. 15. Yeah, I'll say so. If you block that out, it'll be clean traffic. I don't know what profit factor means. What does that mean, profit factor? What does profit factor mean? 2.98. The drawdown is here too. It says 45% max drawdown. This is the, I don't know what Sharpe ratio means as well, but what's Sharpe ratio mean? I don't know. RR? This is 0. It's good. Is profit factor part of like a funded when you calculate like as for consistency rule or something? Weekly chart, what I think it could flip. I think there's a chance it could flip, especially if it re-breaks the lows. It could flip to that for sure. Let's see. Could we get continuations below 1914? Or what am I saying? 1914 more pips. 1328 profit factor. Shit, the higher the better? I'm not too sure. Mine only shows still a scale of 4. I have no idea. Sharp ratio is measuring the profitability of an investment or portfolio with regard to the degree of risk taken. According to who though? According to the math, right? That's what that is probably. But like, who set the math? Like, according to what? Formula. Math people. True. True. Anything above 2 is good. What if you have like below, like, what if you have below and you have like a profit account though? Is that impossible? Will it show a 2.0 sharp ratio even if the account's not a profit? We'll try to buy 4 to 50. Good idea. Will you go there? You're gonna buy on the second rebreak of the lows? How long you started this account? April last year. This is the 1K account. So been running this account. Basically every trade recorded or taken on stream. And running it sits with monthly withdrawals. 30% of our profit every month gets withdrawn. And total we've had $900 withdrawn. So we might be break even, like risk free after we hit $1,000 in withdrawals. And then the entire account is literally in profit or all profits. And then from there, we just roll. I mean, we can start rolling now, you know, or we've been rolling, but yeah, after that will be risk free. So if you started this account with me in like April last year and you followed every trade, you're going to be risk free. Or even if not, you know, even if you start with like a 4K and copy the same like ratio with lots and everything, you'll be risk free. And it's all just profits. Leg handle on the 15. I beat you to that one. 15 leg candle. Let's see though. Is he gonna break 33? Is he gonna fill? It's a 15 leg candle, which means you can get a steeper top. Wick chat. We wanted an 81 tap, right? But this came out towards 68, which is not bad. But yeah, if it's a leg candle, maybe a 30-month too. If it closes in 15, but if it's a leg candle, you can fill, and maybe 81 can still be tapped. Maybe there's still potential. How much is this? 190. So 190 more pips. Started ranging a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Like not really, I'll say a range really, but decent slow move up. Let's see if this move down could correct it a lot quicker than the move up. Said 5 leg too. Yeah, five a weak leg candle. Top down analysis. I think it might be better if you just replay the morning. When I first got on the screen this morning, I did my analysis. Might be better that way. It took me like 10-15 minutes, so yeah, watch it. And then that's how I came up on my level slip and on my ideas slip. These ideas actually started from Monday. But yeah, Monday, Tuesday led us to today's ideas. And the more analysis was done this morning. Now you try Claude calling your plays? No, I have not. Maybe one day we'll put this TBJ journal into some type of bot, or I will. But I don't have enough data yet. I need at least like another like 5 years. I think another 5 years to actually see what's up. Because it's only been on this journal maybe like 2 years, 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. I don't think that's enough data yet. I need another 5 years of data. So whatever's around by that time. There's like so many like Claude training videos now though. Like you go on your YouTube, you search up Claude and trading. It's like a million videos now. That's just the algorithm video at this point. But bots have been around forever, right? Like trading bots. It's just that now that it's Claude, it's more accessible for more people to do. So it's a good thing, because maybe there actually will be a good bot eventually. Because before, you know, like it's limited resources to what people could do. People don't know how to code and all of that. But now, like if you, like anyone could use Claude, anyone could like code a bot. So maybe it would increase the chances of like a profitable bot actually coming out. Or for yourself. And it'll be free for the most part. You don't gotta pay anyone to code it for you. You can just code it yourself. It's like Formula 1, you know? Like, if there's no sim racing, or at least like, for now, there's only so many people that can really drive Formula 1 because they got the money, right? You gotta go through like karting as a kid, and then Formula 4, 3, 2, right? Like all of that, like. But like now that you sim race, like there's so many more, like so much more people that could try it out for much cheaper, and the skill is only gonna increase. Same thing with Claude and creating a bot as well. It's like the more people that could code now, the more access people have to it, the higher chance they can actually be a profitable bot. Because people used to charge like what, 5K for a bot? 5K for a bot that blows an account? Or because it has like one, or you gotta keep patching it, right? Or you gotta keep like adjusting it. But that's also market cycles too, so we cover up for that, you know. That bot will be. F1 garbage season. Yeah, I'm not really tuned in this season. I'm not tapped in. Only because Max is not really like, you know. I don't think he's gonna get it this year. Damn, is he gonna freeze now? When's the next setup? Whenever price decides to re-break below 33s. Confirm that's continuation and not a higher low. But it's just up to price at this point to continue moving or not. Oil ripping? Let's see. Crude oil. Crude oil. WTI, right? Damn. Actually, though, since July, it just came up. What's this? Oh. What's Nas doing today? Nas 100. Within the range. True. Why no wick sell 6-7? Because you are not in the same, or yesterday we were looking for wick entry sells because the move up, this entire bullish move up, there was no liquidity, and we discussed that. There was like small pullbacks, but nothing too major. So that's why yesterday we had wick entry sell ideas. we can't get a wick entry sell every day in terms of liquidity because the market cycles have changed, right? Today's cycle is different from yesterday's. Today's cycle, you now have the higher low. That with the wick entry sells that we had, even though we're only looking for like 100 ranges, like even though this move down is like over 1100 pips, right? And we're only looking for like maybe 100 pips within that range as a wick entry sell. The idea is that you are expecting it to be a higher low to confirm the next direction, right? But now that you kind of already got that, it's like now you gotta confirm whether this is gonna continue back up as a higher low, or if this is gonna continue down, which then you'll see like a break back into the range, right? So that's what we're waiting for. So there's no wick entry sells as of right now because this could literally just pop through, right? But then again, this can also be a higher low. So that's why you want to see this pullback, which you kind of have a little bit, and then you want to see some more structure to confirm that it's actually gonna head back into the range. Otherwise, any given point, this could just be higher lows to continue up, and you don't want to be caught in sells, right? So taking wick entry sells like up here, it's like it's not like bad of an idea, especially if you have like areas to the left that you could react off as well. But if I'm looking for positions today, I'd rather look for continuous wick entry sells. So that's going to require direction, and this right here, I wouldn't say this is direction yet because again, it could still be a higher low to go up. But if you start breaking through, pulling back, maybe wick entry sells could be more valid, right? But it hasn't gotten to that point yet because we don't know what's going to happen next here. So that's why we have continuation sells, which is like no wick entry sell, just regular sells as you continue to break into the range here. But regardless, we still need that pullback to occur, right? Because this move coming down here, there's no pullbacks. It's been one constant move, maybe small ones here, but nothing too major. So I'd rather wait for actual like a confirmation of direction now, which I was hoping wouldn't take too long, and maybe it won't. Maybe this move's coming down pretty quick right now. So let's see, if you break below 33, you did get a pullback here already, right? This wasn't too bad. It was maybe 250. I'd rather look for continuation sells below like 33 zones, right? Maybe some more lower highs, but that's about it at this point. The next wick entry sell idea I have is maybe below here. If you were to break into like 4,005 and then pull back to 33, you know, that would be like the wick entry sell idea as well. Because then I think below into that range would then fill that range. So the first initial pullback won't be too bad, but wick entry sell idea. But again, like anywhere above that blue zone could be higher low. So you taking like, you know, 81s or like 108 areas for wick entry sells could be a little difficult because that could just correct the move up. This can be a higher low. We don't know yet until we actually confirm with structure. The weekly does flip too. But I think the 6-7 happened here, right? This kind of already reacted. So if you re-break, it's gonna be a little difficult anyways to get the same entry. Let's see, re-breaking, can it re-break? This is only 70 pips too if it re-breaks the lows down towards that area. So that's not bad. Later, Bryant. Have a good one. One hour closure here. No, this is a bottom wick. This is not too bad. Nice top wick on the opening too. Let's see. It is flip. More structure here. This failed to re-break the lows though the first time in the move down, right? So it could still not even come down. It could still be higher lows too. This same thing that happened on the 4-hour time frame is happening right now in the minute. Right, without breaking the previous lows, this can still reject. So you need that to break to confirm. That's not. That's okay. Could be a little better. Let's see. Damn, this dropped, huh? 49,000 traders. Let's see if we get the wick, not the wick entry styles, the continuation styles chat. What would stops be is gonna be a concern. Let's see. What is that gonna be? I don't know where we'll get it. It might be 27, but anywhere within the blue before 4,005 ideally. So that range there is 260. That we'll have. Let's say we get like 23 or something. I think same stops as yesterday. 42.34, 42.35 in that area. Like 2,000 pips really. Then 0.06 can be usable. Can be doable. Said yikes, 5 flat. Let's see if it flips. Monthly flip. Yep. Monthly flip to monthly can be a leg candle. Fuck. 7 days left until the monthly closure. Could be a monthly leg candle fill too. Or a leg candle closure. If it flips bearish. I think weekly and monthly is like the same flip, right? Same areas kinda. Weekly flip is 16. Monthly flip is 16. Yeah, basically the same zone. I think the last week of July is probably the best. I think chat last 3 months have been the same shit though. Like first 3 weeks of the month pretty slow, and then last week picks up, and then it just gives you hope for the next month to start off well as well. But we thought July was gonna start off good, right? Because June ended off pretty good in terms of volume, and then it just ranged. But same thing, June too. First 3 weeks slow, last week picked up. Last week of July here probably be the most volatile week of the month, and then hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, like August just continues on with that volume. So maybe a good August, you know, for the whole month, not just a week. Yeah. FOMC next week, right? Yeah, next week FOMC too. So, fuck, it's gonna be a crazy ending to July. How did we do last August? August, we did okay, 16 trades, 151 pips. 16 trades though. Last July we did 276 pips. We took 18 trades though. This July we are at 134 with 8 trades only. And we're, I think, 4 more pips away from 2,000 pips for the year. 400 away from the last year's high. Damn, let's see. Rebring a little chat. Could it be? I get a trade today. Finally, right? It's been a week since we had a no. But yeah, I think it's been a week since we had a trade on stream. Last Thursday, NY session. Then we had one in Asian too. Ten. 10. Hey, did this re-break the lows? A little bit, right? By like 5 pips. Let's see, spreads are almost invisible here, so could be a glitch at any given moment. if we do get below 33, chat, I'm assuming if it pops down from where it is right now, from this price point, your next support or next rejection area could be like 21. So then 21 pull back towards 33, maybe the rebreak at 21 could be something. Or yeah, we're coming down to utilizing the small time frame again. If we had that wick interest out yesterday, it would have been sweet too. We had to start the week off. Oh yeah, that break is gonna give you a TP. What's your TP on that? On that swing? Like 4,000? No, 3970, 3980. Peace out, Bryce. Obviously 10:13 chat. We still got another, probably on for another 45 minutes until 11, and then 11 session stop loss. I think yesterday we were on to like 11:30, 12. But yeah, let's see. TP here maybe? What's this, the daily? Or weekly, or weekly. Weekly. Oh yeah, bottom wick area. Yeah, maybe a little higher. But yeah, there should be good. 5-1, 39.51, around there. That's pretty good. Because if you close leg candle, even if it's a leg candle on the weekly or monthly, it's gonna create a bottom wick anyways, the re-break. Yeah, I think that's good. Damn. So what was your entry? Get a runner. 900 pip runner. Damn. Damn, Drac. Yesterday you say please go big drop. Today you say please go fly. Jack Webster. Jarvis, Miss Gutty, Scott. How long is it range for? This is an actual range now, a little bit. 20 minutes. 15 closure. You have a 30-minute closure in about 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Chat, y'all think we're gonna get a trade today? Type of 1 if you think yes. Type of 2 if you think no. I gotta turn chat on fast mode, man. Oh, here we go. What is this? 1-2 pop. 1-2 correction. At 15 less, sticking out like a sore thumb. What's good, man? Hold on, chat. I'll be right back in like I'll be right back in like a minute. Drop the pineapple. What's up, Nectar? Pierogies. Pierogi. 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 So there's no S. But pierogi just means multiple with no S. Why I go to barbershop yesterday and Odus was talking about streamer you. Shit, bro. Honestly, bro, I think streaming got to a point where there's no age limit. Yo, you seen fuck, what are the names again? Who are those UFC guys that are streaming? AB? Bro, there's no age limit no more. It's dead ass. No age limit. It's just the new wave. This is what it is at this point. Yeah, because Kai made that shit mainstream. And then it's only gonna get bigger too. Yeah, the new normal. My granddad been using actual speed emotes on WhatsApp. Streamers came a long way though, like a long way. I'm sure there's some people saying it, but back in the day though, the people would be like, why the hell would I be watching these people? Like, I'm a grown ass man. Like, now they are. You talking about Flyboy Max? Flyboy Max. TBM. No, sometimes they're just more tapped in than me on the streaming stuff. You old with them? I heard some dude was talking about Penzo and his undefeated year on the subway. Damn, that's cinema. Crazy, right? You famous. You famous, Penzo. Don't forget about us. Damn, bro, you couldn't last like 5 minutes. You just like came in here, say hi, and that's it. Now you gotta make a new account and try again. That's it, bro. That was what you wanted to do. You know, there was a smart way to go about that. If you want to promote something, much smarter way. That was your best. That was your best one. No strategy, just boom. The old big fat monitors, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. Actually, in school, like the square ones. Nah, actually no, I don't know. In school, I think I was still using, back when I was in school, I think they had the thinner one still. Maybe like this thick. You know, nowadays it's like this, but still. I'm talking about these ones though. Used to play what's that basketball math game? It's about angles. You guys know what I'm talking about? So you gotta like predict the angle and the velocity of the ball so it goes into the net. That game was cinema. I call it math angle basketball game. Damn, I can't even find it. Oh, Math Circus. You guys remember Math Circus? Or am I too unk? You guys remember this game? In school? I think the basketball one was here, no? I think this is it. Bro, these games were cinema. Def 2 Unk? Bro. Chat, no one remembers this game? Bro, this is the basketball game, I think. Bro, no way. What were you doing in school then? Playing Fortnite? Cool math games? Cool math games? I don't remember this. I don't know what this is. I don't remember this. PS1, I had a PS1. Oh, my bro had a PS1. PS1, PS2, and then PS3 was the first console I think I bought on my own. The Wii. Cool math games were sick. Damn, I don't remember. I don't remember ever playing cool math games. You guys remember that game called Bit Strips? Or not game, you meant like comics? Bit Strips? Or was that Canada thing? Damn, the first console I bought won't even console, the PC to play Fortnite? I remember. You like like 2010 baby. Still see the market go down to King Don? You say King Don, bro? Yeah, I have below 33. I'm just waiting for whenever you decide to go down, really, at this point. Just waiting for this volume to kick in. But at the same time, there'll still be higher lows. Like, we won't know if it's a higher low until it starts breaking above like 108 and stuff. So it could be a higher low. Doesn't need to come down. It can do whatever it wants here. But if it does come up, then that might be GG's though. Because I don't know. Like, our next idea for above 108, 81 won't be buys until 42, 42.34. You know, you break above there, we're looking for a continuation of buys. Anywhere below that area in this realm is like non-tradable for me. So no wick entry sells either. Wick entry sells could be here. That's about it though. Up at 42. I wouldn't take the wick entry sells here anymore though, because that high was created yesterday. And the rebreak of that should take you up towards here. So yeah, like ideally I would like it to come down because we come close to ideas. The move up will be GG's. GG's. You wish you were a kid again? Don't we all? I mean, we can still be kids. Everyone's just a grown-up kid, really. Really, bro? Really? Damn. I remember when I was like, when I first came out of the womb, I remember like seeing the light for the first time. I remember that exact moment. No, I don't have the art. Too many trackers on it. Too many trackers were found. Bro, deadass. I remember coming out the womb, like seeing daylight for the first time, or seeing the bright lights from the hospital. Yeah, I remember. You guys remember that? Like when you guys first came out the womb? No, it's crazy though. Not like the trackers. Oh no, yeah, that's real. For sure, that's real. I was like, basically, like, I think 2024, yeah. Throughout that whole entire year, just trackers. Let's see, what time was it? It was maybe let's see. It was maybe, I just realized not everyone knows like every single story. But yeah, it was around, let's see. Yeah, this was right here when this is my last stream. Bro, this is the 5th. This was deadass my last stream at this place. And then the next stream after that was at the new place. Like, and after like a week break. Like that was the 5th that they came up to me on. I was looking fly as hell that day though. Where was it? That was the 20. Yes, and the next day, the next stream after that was in a new place. And y'all were like, yo, Don, how come you look like you're at a convenience shop? Because I had a mini fridge in the back. Alright, I don't know. To me, like until it happened, I was kind of just like, I mean, yeah, I have an RA, but until they actually came to track me and shit, I'm like, damn, I have an R8 because I didn't think of it as, I just thought of it as a car. It's just a car, right? Like I wasn't like I guess the attachment to me was more of like, my little reward. Just a car though, just a car. But then I guess they see that as like, yo, that's a 300K car. I didn't see it as that. You don't be thinking that way, yeah. The bubbly fridge, yeah, that was the bubbly era. Yeah, but I mean, don't let it fear you to a point where like you don't want these things. Like these things you can still have. It's just a matter if you want to show them or not, you know? That's about it though. But don't get me wrong. You know, like it's not gonna stop me from like wanting what I want, what I enjoy, what I like. But in matter of like showing it, you know, that's kind of what you're gonna see or not. How'd you know about the trackers? First it was like, bro, you know, this is, fuck, that's just another day story time. We do these stories pretty often, so maybe. But are you saying how can you know? Oh, just check spots like under your car, check for like Apple AirTags are pretty straightforward though. They go right to your phone, so you just know like if someone's like, if there's an Apple AirTag near you, it just notifies your phone saying like, hey, you know, there's a tracker that's not yours that's following you. The only ones that you can't find are GPS trackers, but you can use some type of like thing. It scans. You can dead ass like it's like a I don't know, fuck it, I have it somewhere, but it's like you can buy it on like Amazon, and it just scans for GPS trackers and everything around you. So you can just use that scan under your car. It comes with a long analog stick. You literally just scan. But yeah, GPS trackers, you can't really, it doesn't notify you when it's actually on anything like, or following you. So, but you could use that tool to like scan and it'll show where that is. Or you can just check with your eyes, like, you know, under your car, between your rims, like under your rims, and the front. Usually it's in the back or the front of your car. Yeah. Then a jammer, yeah, that's what that is. Or you can get a jammer too, yeah. Or you can get cameras and just set those up and get notified when someone comes near your car or anything. I mean, just in general, it's an annoying experience, you know? Like, it's just an annoying experience. Why the Americans gotta mess up price action? What do you mean? What does the Americans have to do with price? What did they do with price action? Don't they run gold? xauusd? Why do you want to track your RA? For my MT5. But that's why now, $2,000 account, the $1,000 live account, we lit over here, bro. We are lit. I mean, I also want to attract the right audience too, you know? Like, if someone doesn't watch me because it's not like $1 million balance, great. If people see the value through the balance, even better. Either way, I think the value just translates over regardless of the balance. Hi broski from Somalia. Shout out Somalia. You said slums? I don't know about slums. Whiffington? W, bro. You'll soon be able to quit your full-time job. I'm happy for you. W. W progression. Enjoy. Enjoy and keep it going. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Damn, 4 flips. Family around you not understanding what trading is and not believing it could be a career. I mean, they kind of just see cash flow or just what you do. Like, I didn't really tell my parents what I was gonna do when I was doing it. I was just doing it, and then I think once you have the results, I think they understand, or my parents at least understood. They just kind of let me, believed in me, let me do what I wanted to do. They weren't that strict. They weren't like, my parents are Asian, but they're not like, yo, you need to become like a doctor or like a lawyer, or like, I think they would have liked it, but they didn't like really force it on me. Like they're like, yo, it would be nice if you could become a doctor or a lawyer or something, but I think like they just accepted it. But I also didn't put too much pressure. Like I wasn't like, hey mom, I'm gonna quit school to become a trader. Like, you know, I was kind of just, I wanted to make sure that I actually had some type of consistency first, and then I told them about it. Otherwise, they're just gonna ask you every day, like, hey, how's that trading going? You know, and then next thing you know, your account's blown, and it just feels like shit when they ask you. I mean, yeah, if you finish school, even better, right? You got something to back it up. I don't know. Like I used to tell. I think I learned to just. I don't know, sometimes it's just best you don't tell nobody. Not even your friends. Like you just kind of do you, and then I don't know, because sometimes it just doesn't improve. It doesn't benefit you. Like, you know, it's nice to share the experience with somebody if it's like your close friend growing up, and I'm sure they'll be happy for you. But I guess like when it comes to acquaintances and stuff, like this is no point. They're not gonna be around 10 years from now anyways. Or they might not be around 10 years from now anyways, right? I mean, chat, how many friends you still have from high school? You know what I mean? Or some people don't grow out of that circle too. And you don't need to grow out that circle necessarily, but like, not everyone's gonna have, you know, the same people around them in like when they're 18 versus like when they're like 25. Things just happen. Yeah, 115 years, me too. I have a friend from grade 1 since I was 7, so I'm still friends with. How long has that been? Or even, bro, I've known Cookie for like since grade 3. So, you know? How long was that? 7? How old am I? 26? 19 years? I had a friend for? Like one of my closest friends, 19 years. Cookie I've known for like maybe, yeah, 16 years. 16 years, I think. The top of that sooner, bro. You're like 6'5". Much experience high school, university. That's when loneliness kicks in. Yeah, especially trading too. Trading is a very isolating thing, especially if you don't have like a community or like a group of people or anything. This is you and your one. It's you and yourself, and I don't know, it's cool. It's cool to have at least someone you know that trades or is around. I mean, I've always had some type of community since the start, or group of friends that was trading already. But not all of them are still trading. Psychology, when people know and keep asking. Yeah, to keep asking, hey, how's that train going? How's the train going? They just hate watcher. They just hate watching usually too. Hoping that you're not the one to make it. But I mean, true colors always show anyways. I mean, I said earlier, someone was like, yo, Dom, why are you asking me little viewers? I'm like, little viewers, bruh. At one point, I had no viewers, you know? At one point, there was no one watching me. You think I started off with like 5K off bat? No, I had to like grind my way there, build a community, build an audience with time. At one point, there was no one watching. Mostly fell apart due to drug abuse from them, then having episodes and stuff. Episodes. Our life though, people decide to do different things for better or for worse. Honestly, chat, I think just like focusing on you and focus on yourself and not worrying about what anyone else is doing is always gonna make you the happiest you can be. Because like you're on your own journey at the end of the day. Alright? Like don't try to go and chase someone else's journey. And the same thing goes to trading. You know, not everything that I'm saying could apply to you at this moment. It could apply to you in the future, or it already applied to you. Alright? Same goes with any other person you watch or whatever it is. But everyone's at a different part of their journey in life. But if you just share your experiences, or at least what I do, I should just share my current experiences, you will always be happy. You're not chasing anything. What is this thing doing though? Damn. Just ranging. Chat, I think it's almost 11, so we'll place a session stop loss soon. And we'll see what's up from there. But it's looking like coming down to the end of it. So far, no trades for the week on stream here. We had the Asian session trade, I think on Wednesday, and that's about it. $30-minute incoming. I see. Yeah, you might feel the other one too. China banning paper gold. W. Whiffington. Wait. China banned paper gold? What does that mean, paper gold though? But what's paper gold? Good of leverage trade on gold. So only in China, like you can't paper trade gold. I thought they couldn't even trade gold in general, could they? They only buy physical. Damn, they turned off streaming for gold. You can only buy physical copy. Expect some heavy moves tomorrow? Hopefully. Maybe Asian even tonight? Because isn't it? Yeah, Asian tonight even too, no? It'll be volatile. Even someone could eat tonight. Anonymous Cheetah. Cheeto. Chat, if you guys are enjoying the stream, hit the like button, man. We might get a trade. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But let's see, 11 a.m. here. 1 hour close, weak bullish. Weak bullish, really. Holding the ranges, nothing too crazy. I don't think it broke structure or anything here. Still holding above that area, right? So at any given point, you can still continue down with volume. There has been a little break period though for the last, since maybe 9:15, so 2 hours. Like again, today's move was like maybe the first hour of the session, and then the rest of the session is range. So it's just a matter if you can break 33, right? But you have the pullback at least, so that's over with. And if it resumes, you can get the same amount of volume you had earlier, which is quite a bit. And this move down could be quick. So I'll be here for a bit. I think maybe I'll put a session stop loss up here at like 40.67. If you break that high with GG's. If you continue to hold and come down, then amazing. We can have ideas though. All right, chat. But that's kind of what I got today. What strategy use? Price action, the donvo strat. Price action, candles, market structure. You can get my full strat for free. Or the playbook of my strat, really. Right here. On this stream. Or if this loads up, the playbook. And what I do every day is like basically right here. So this is what we do. That's what we wait for. They'll tell us exactly what to look for in what market cycle. Holy barcode. Alexandro Jodorowsky. You guys ever watch The Holy Mountain? That 3 trades? No. If I did, it will usually show trades taken or on my screen. But today, the last trade we took was yesterday, Asian. So more waiting. A lot of waiting this year or last 2 years. But chat, what do you guys prefer? Like, I don't know. We used to get more trades, but we never got this many net pips and this high of a win rate ever. You know, back in the day when we just be hunting and like any 5-minute candle could be a trade, it was more exciting to watch. Like, it was like, oh shit, like any candle could be an entry for us, right? But they weren't like, they were high quality trades for that day, for that time period. But looking back, like what we know now and like what we're waiting for now, like we're just more directly knowing what we're looking for, right? So it's been like obviously less trades, but I think net pip wise, like it's more than ever, and then win rate wise, more than ever. But I would say like, you know, it might have been more exciting to like kind of follow back then though, because it's like, and literally any 5-minute candle, I would say like, hey, you know what I'm gonna do here, chat? And then just take positions. But it's like now we just directly know what to look out for, what to wait for, what leads to what. or what could lead to what. Just more direct. I think 24? End of 2024? No, I wouldn't say end of 2024. End of 2024 wasn't that great. End of 2025, maybe we had a lot of trades. But that was in Divas 01. But I think part of that could also be market volatility too, but then it could also be management, the way we manage our trades. It's not like we're closing half, like we're actually trailing stops in profit, right? At certain price points. Before it was like just closing half at 10 pips no matter what, so we wouldn't be securing that much. Closing 10 at half and attempting like some crazy runner, right? Like back in the day, we'll be like attempting some runners that were like, let's say like this, right? Like we'll be attempting like some runner like this, like knowing damn well that there was no way, you know, there was no way we're gonna get this TP. It would be maybe like at most like here. So I was like, now we just have a more realistic TP. Because it's not a clip no more. It's not about getting a clip. It's not about getting a clip for a trade or getting some viewers for a trade. It's just about pure trading. That's it. This bond can pick up here. We got some time. Damn, 57 likes today. Let's get to 60. Fine, selling. I'm looking for sells. I've been looking for sells since the morning below 40.33, or wick entry sells at 42.34. So either up here wick entry sells, or down here continuation of sells below those areas. Just need a structure to confirm today, which you might be getting now. Let's see, we had a session stop loss at 67, but I'm gonna move it down now. I'll move it down to 62. If you break 62, GG's. The highs of the opening, or at least for the stream, will be GG's. No, I put the wrist put war tool on the screen. I know this works because some people got me on mute. They need this come back. Let's see. See how long. Good question. Trader stock got my 9 to 5 job. I think just gambling. Honestly, like just no, I think it was Ichimoku. That's what got me to a good base, or got me to a point where I flipped my account. I didn't really have like a consistent strategy before I quit my job. It was more of like I got to a certain amount of money that I never had before, working a part-time job, you know. So once I had that, I guess I just took the risk. To me, it wasn't really a risk back then, but looking back, yeah, it was a risk because shit. But then again, I could just go back to any 9 to 5 anytime, right? So yeah, I took the risk after flipping my account. Half gambling, half strategy. Ten and 1 R. True though. 10 and 1 R might win us a Robin's Cup. Imagine? That would like be crazy. Max Verstappen, do. Oh hell no, Max Verstappen talking about FEGs. That is not the real Max Verstappen. Do. Max Verstappen, do. Max, super max, super max, super max, super max. Max. Max, super max, super. Imagine that's a real Master 7. I knew you'd be a Nanavara trader one day. Franz Hermann, Joe Verstappen. Aaron hunting right now. So smart from the city. Facts cookie. Every time I hear the word collapsing, I was like, fuck. What do you mean collapse? Like I can't. If gold collapse, I got nothing to trade no more, bruh. It might be GG's for me. Might check. What is that buzz? Where's the next trade you are planning? I've been planning this trade since 8 a.m. in the morning, below 33. If you want, chat, if you guys missed out my morning analysis, go watch it. It was like 10 minutes when I first hopped on today. Go back to maybe 8:15, 8:10, around there this morning. I did my analysis, so that's the same thing I'm looking for still right now. Just waiting for that move to occur. But if you want to know like the understandings of it, the reasoning behind it, then you might as well rewind a little bit. But that's what I'm looking for today, and that's what I'm still looking for right now. So yeah, it's just a matter of if those things can print. And then we have a session stop loss at 62. So what that means is that when it breaks, we'll call it a day, because it's 11 now. Usually by 11 I set a session stop loss, and then yeah, if it doesn't continue down right now, we'll call it a day on stream at least. And then if there's anything late session, we'll call it in channel. But this might be it if this comes up. You wish to hit session stop loss? Nah, not true. Sometimes we move it. What type of music? Here. For you. Free 99 for you. I go to this channel, Productivity FM. Just play some copyright free music. Hey, it's Ronaldo. Are you half Viet? No, I'm full Viet. Full Viet. Wait. There's another Viet Master Stappen fan? That's rare. That's actually rare. It's really rare. Hento, how many people do you come across in Poland? Rare? Nhưng đàn ông nước ngoài I'm Canadian Viet. Yeah. But I'm Viet, like my background. My parents are both Viet. Vietnamese.
We in LA trying Air One for the first time ever. Not even gonna lie. This video probably looks pretty.
Rap cost plan. You told me to rap God's plan to see if I'm Canadian. You fucking racist, bro. What you mean rap Drake's God's plan to see if I'm Canadian? Bro. That's funny. You gonna stream Asian tomorrow? No. I will be streaming New York tomorrow though. New York. New York. Stream London. Honestly, bro, you guys missed out, man. I used to stream all 3 sessions or trade all 3 sessions. I'm too unk for it now. I can't. I gotta sleep. I would though. I would, but I can't, bro. I gotta sleep so I can wake up for the NY session, you know? But back in the day when I used to sleep 3 hours a night, 2 hours a night, damn, I was trading all 3 sessions. But I do Asian, just not on YouTube. You do YouTube, New York. But I try to be here as long as possible, you know? 3 hours today. Oh, look, follow you. Might get a trade here to that. You might get a trade here, chat. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Can it break below 33? Lock in. W chat. How is the chat moving faster when we have 200 viewers versus 400 viewers? This is what we gotta eliminate. You gotta eliminate all the bad apples. And once all the bad apples are out, we lock it in. You can't build a community when it's ghost followers or ghost viewers. It's not how it goes sometimes. So eating healthy and sleep properly is unk? Yeah. Unk is a good thing. Unk's not a bad thing. Unk is a good thing. Unk means you're growing. Unk is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But that's what unk is, you know? Unk is like, shit, you start sleeping early. Yeah, I think Lip Pip said he was taking a break, so I mean he's in the group. He can, you know, feel free to come back whenever. But he did say he was taking a break 2 weeks ago. I bet he won't be able to, how long since he came back to Vietnam, bro? Vietnam, I went there when I was 11. Xin chào. Bữa nay tôi bán tiền vàng. Oh no, bữa nay, yeah. Bán means sell. Mua means buy. Mua hay là bán? Buy or sell? Oh, man. That's what that means, chat. Mua hay là bán. From now on, we're gonna start saying that. Mua hay là bán. You know, it's not gonna be buy or sell no more. It's mua or bang. How do you spell mua? Like M-U-A, right? And then bang is like B-A-N with an accent or some shit. I don't know what you just said. What that mean? Mua hay là bang? Vietnamese stream? I only know so much though. Xin chào. Nếu mà cái này nó đi xuống tới đây, mình chờ cho nó pull back, xong rồi nó hãy rebreak cái low, xong rồi mình bán. Make sense? Hiểu không? Alright. Don't matter, bro. It's DU, not DOH. It's DU space MA. Don't man. But everyone knows that. Everyone knows that word. Don't man. I still to this day don't exactly know the translation. Put on your Vietnam hat? Which one? The rice hats? I actually don't have one. These ones? Ain't Luffy wear this hat? Someone PO box it for me. Custom PO box rice hat. DVS. Wait, so you're a fan of Max Verstappen and you're Viet? Bro, we might, and you trade? We might got some stuff in common, man. Life. Are you still not taking a trade? No, sir. Not today, at least. Still waiting for those zones. Still waiting for 33. Watching F1. Oh yeah, yeah. When is it? This weekend? Budapest? I like that map. Hungary, right? Is it Hungary? No. Budapest is somewhere else. Hungary. I actually know that map from iRacing. What's the track called again? Hungary. Yeah, this map is cinema. It's a short one though, but it's fun. Like with GT3s, this map is lit. Yeah, I'll watch it. I don't know. I watch it, but I'm not like too tapped in this year, you know. I lost interest a little bit this year because Max is not competing. I mean, I like Kimi. I prefer Kimi winning. Actually, I don't mind Kimi or Russell, to be honest. I think I grew I started liking Russell again recently. But anything over McLarens or Ferraris, to be honest. I'm not a Ferrari fan. Leclerc. Hungary. Hungaroring. Oh yeah, Hungaroring. Russell gonna be placed for Max? That'd be crazy. He goes to Mercedes. I'm gonna play F1 now. Hey man, iRacing. I'm gonna be back on iRacing soon, or Le Mans Ultimate. I'll be back on that. I might be streaming it if I do go back on it. For sure. iRacing or Le Mans Ultimate. Anyone play those? Nobody. Anyone play NHL? Nobody. Fuck. I like Hamilton, but Ferrari gets special treatment. Not for that. Yeah, I missed the Hamilton era. I'm a late F1 watcher. I started watching in the 2023. I like Max, Alonso, Carlos Sainz. I like Carlos Sainz when he was on Ferrari. Like I actually liked Ferrari when he was there. Who else I like? Kimi Antonelli. Yuki Tsunoda. I think those are my top drivers. 2021? Yeah, I missed it, but I watched Drive to Survive. That's what put me on. I watched the Dubai race, Abu Dhabi. TP? Hold on. I'm looking for subs below 33. Let's see if we can make our way down there first. If we can make our way down here below 33, I'm looking for subs below 33 coming down towards 21. What's up, Wicked? Give me a new go. Let's see. Oh, he's like 18. He's fresh. Or is he 20? Well, how old's Kimmy? He's young though. You got banned in iRacing for cursing or some shit. 19? Yeah. Lereg. You changed it into Lereg, bruh. Legwogman. Lepenzo. Damn. Lereg. That's not low. I like Just Rag though. Just Rag was hard. Just Rag. Hard. Chat, it's donvo or Don Overseas? What username? You know how I got it's donvo? I was watching I'm Dante at the time, and his name was I'm Dante. I'm like, it's donvo. It's Don. Le Wagman. Alright guys, fuck. What's happening here, man? Like pushing down and just, you know, not pushing, but I think I'm gonna move my session stop loss down again, chat. 45.3, we break the high. I think we're gonna call it maybe a little higher. You know what? I'll leave it there. Yeah, 5.3. If that breaks, GG's. Controller effects. Controller effects was because we controlled the market at the time, so that was how I came with that name. Controller FX. Controller FX. The classic. I need to speak to him again though. It's been a while. Haven't spoken to Control FX in a while. Bro, you said like yeah. Split personality. My alter ego. I need the max win. I need the max win. Ah. Chat, if you guys are enjoying the stream, man, hit the like, hit the sub button. We're on our way to 126,000 subs. I think we're maybe, how far are we away right now? We are 40 subs away. Let's do live sub count until we get to 126,000. Chat, live sub count. Wait, this is not real though. This shows some next number. The real number is 125,951. Let's do a sub count though until we get to 126,000. Chat. Should be soon. It's not moving, bro. I think it's in the range. All right, yo, chat. I think that's it, man. GG's. I think that's it. Guys. I think we call it a day, and then we move on to New York session tomorrow. Or I'll see if we move again today. But if we do move today, if there's anything, I'll call it in the channel. If you get a late move, we need some volume, obviously. But I think we gave it a good amount of time today. How long did we give it? 3 hours and a half? 3 hours and a half today. So fair amount of time. But hey, you had to move earlier. 8:15 to 9 a.m. basically. And then you had a 2-hour break. So NY could still be something. Maybe you didn't really move today yet. Maybe a bigger move is coming today, right? But I think yeah, no news this week. Tomorrow we'll be here for New York, and if there's anything later in the late NY session or Asian, I'll call it in the channel. Aside from that, chat, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Don't overtrade, don't overleverage. Be patient. Wait for your setups. Don't force any setups. If you wait all morning for a setup, don't force anything right now. Be patient. Let it come to you. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Peace, peace. Everybody. Laters. Laters.
Young rich nigga got trap routine. Bad little bitches won't lick on me. Moving like a YN when I was 16. Smoking that weed and trapping down houses. Back of the lack and I'm higher than a mountain. Drink codeine, got it coming out of fountain. What you finna do for that allowance? Bags on the floor, counting. I'm going through, finna come out counting. When I do a drop, I doubt it. You wanna get money, I'm about it. Okay, okay, okay. I drag you in the street. Okay, okay, okay. I just right on the beat. Okay, okay. I drag you in the street. Okay, okay. I just right on the beat. Okay, okay. I drag you in the street. Okay, okay. I just right on the beat.
Let me see where we at tonight. We could bring this back to life. Thought that I couldn't, you should be embarrassed. Their egos is threatened, they really should cherish. Too many excuses, I don't wanna hear it. Don't call it a patio, bitch, it's a terrace. We finna make us a killing that's worth to my days. They try to play me as a villain and color me bad. I noticed the jealousy peaking, I thought we was past this. This type of exposure's indecent, these niggas is classless. I bet on myself when the labels thought I was a bad risk. The money that I had invested is doing gymnastics. This what we need. This type of engine don't run off of greed. They music ain't big as my songs that it leak. They need some assistance, you call the police. F all the talking is cheap. How many costs why they call it a fleet? Living the stars in the comments and media's out in that kid, you comment on me.